All right, second interview. I'm really excited. You're actually the second person that I thought about, Brian. And so for everyone who's listening, this is Soccer Appetite. And just the goal is to help provide information from experienced players through a conversation, and hopefully other people can learn from it. So uh, it's kind of crazy because you and I go way back. How old were you when I first started coaching you?
Was it like 14,
I think you were
13?
younger because remember you were
Younger?
like seven aside, and that took over when you guys went 11 aside. I think you guys were like U11.
Was it? I think actually now that I remember, I think so. It's like I was like 10 years old probably.
Yeah, I mean you
Yeah.
guys are pretty young. You know
Yeah.
what's were you so when I took over, you already played up top as a striker.
Mhm.
So what was it like? Did you just gravitate towards that position?
When I first started playing, I I wanted to be a goalie. And
Really?
then yeah.
Okay.
So I wanted to be a goalie and I was a goalie for half the game and a forward for the other half of the game. And then and then I started just watching Ronaldo play.
hmm
And then I was like, I told myself I didn't want to be goalie anymore. And then it took a while because the coach got mad at me for not wanting to play goalie anymore. And then I just switched to being a forward and stopped ever since. I stopped playing goalie and then it just went on from there.
And so as you made that transition, which is so rare to be so young to actually want to be goalie, as a coach, like you usually have to rotate players because you usually don't have like one person who's like, yeah, I'll be in the goal and maybe get scored on like eight times and not feel really bad about myself at that age. Also, parents get very, cautious
Yeah.
of their, player being a goalie. But as you morphed into the striker, which obviously when I think about you, I think about striking. Like that's just you just love striking the ball. So how did you? So you mentioned Ronaldo. Did you watch a certain game? Did you watch a certain move that he did?
I would just watch his games and I would just see everything he does, like the scissors, the bicycles, like everything. And then I just got so like in love with it and I just wanted
hmm
to do the same thing that he was doing. Even though he's not a striker, he's a left forward. He
hmm
was a left forward back then, but it was still like the same thing and I just wanted to do the same thing he did and I just felt having more fun doing that than standing in goal
Did you used to go and practice on your own and like shoot on a goal or
every day, every
every
day,
day?
every day.
And did you
I was
come
out there
with a
every day.
plan or did you just like
No, never. Honestly, no. I would just go out there. I mean, I would get my own stuff, get out there, and then I would sit down for a little at the park, think about what I was gonna do, and and then set up everything that I just thought about, and I would set it up and then get warm up and then get going with throughout my training. But
so I remember you used to strike the ball. Like you were a laces guy.
mhm.
Is that still the case, or do you have more in
I
your
mean,
in your bag these days, as the younger generation says? Because I don't use
I
that
mean,
term, but I know you're up to date. So, like, do you put more spin on it now, or do you slot
yeah.
it
I mean,
more?
it just depends on where what where I'm at positioning wise.
hmm
And it just depends how I strike it. But I mean, I love hitting a little knuckleball every now and then. But
do you take set pieces these days?
every once in a while I do, not all the time though. Um,